I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
I've got a crypto feeling that tonight's gonna be a bull run. Bull run, yeah. That tonight's gonna stack some gains. That tonight's gonna hit the moon for fun. For fun. Wallet's full, I'm ready to roll. Bitcoin pumping, it's out of control. Altcoins rising, I'm feeling the flow. Let's trade it up, here we go. I've got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. I got a feeling that my coin's gonna hit the top flight. That my coin's gonna make it alright. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Fill up my ledger, stake it high. Do-fi dreams in the neon sky. NFTs dropping, I'm the guy. Hold on tight, never say goodbye. Elon's tweeting, markets ignite. Diamond hands, we holding tight. Crypto party all night long. Sing it loud, this is our song. I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. I got a feeling that my coin's gonna hit the top flight. That my coin's gonna make it alright. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Let's cash in, let's cash out. Flip that coin, scream and shout. Bullish vibes, no doubt about. Crypto life, that's what it's about. Moon Lambos in the parking lot. Sat stacking, connect the dots. We're going up, no stopping now. Raise the roof, let's wow the crowd. Oh, that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. I got a feeling that my coin's gonna hit the top flight. That my coin's gonna make it alright. That tonight's gonna be a good tonight's the night. Let's hold it up. Trade it high, never giving up. Crypto feeling, fill my cup. To the moon we're up. I've got a feeling, oh yeah. Tonight's gonna be a good night. A good night.
I've been watching charts all night, trying to catch the green. Crypto city's calling me, it's a bull run scene. Wallet's cold, I'm locked inside. Private keys, my crown. Market's wild, I'm riding high. I won't back down. I said, ooh, I'm trading in the glow, chasing gains where the miners go. Ooh, I'm stacking every bite, but I can't sleep till I'm hodling tight. I'm hodling tight, blinded by the pumps tonight. I'm hodling tight, markets flashing in my sight. I'm hodling tight, tokens burning up so bright. I'm hodling tight, yeah, I'm hodling tight. Gas feasting my soul, but I'm still in the game. NFTs are dropping fast, apes staking their claim. Bullish vibes are pulling me, FOMO's in my veins. To the moon I'm cashing out, breaking all the chains. I said, ooh, I'm trading in the glow, chasing gains where the miners go. Ooh, I'm stacking every bite, but I can't sleep till I'm hodling tight. I'm hodling tight, blinded by the pumps tonight. I'm hodling tight, markets flashing in my sight. I'm hodling tight, tokens burning up so bright. I'm hodling tight, yeah, I'm hodling tight. Right.
Dearly beloved, please join me for a moment of cowbell recognition. The ceremony of the cowbell is a sacred tradition here at the Road Dog Crypto channel. Nightly, we ring the cowbell to clear the air, to clear our minds, to clear our spirits, to clear our emotions, to clear the demons from hell away from our charts. As we take our eyes into the mystical, dark mirror of TradingView to try to foretell the future of altcoin and crypto price action. Let the ceremony begin. You may now grab your ding-dongs and start playing with them. Feel free. We will not judge you. Ring-a-ding. Don't that feel good?
I'm huddling tight till the dawn ignites. Crypto city's mine, I'm the king in flight. I'm huddling tight, yeah, I'm huddling
Right. Check. We already did that. My bad. Hold on to your cowbells. We're getting ready to transition into a turkey.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you very much.
Oh, that little devil girl. Where'd she come from? Somebody left some stuff on. How's it going, everybody? Late night crypto with Road Dog. Glad to have you here tonight. I'm sitting here watching Bitcoins and flirting with this trend line that it recently formed here on the very small time frame. I'm on the 6 minute. You degens kind of recognize his time frame. Maybe we ought to go to the 1 minute. You might recognize that a little bit more. Oh, snap. Is this where we are in life? Oh, look. That's a cup in... What is that? It's always best when we zoom out. I'm just saying. And it's not so much Bitcoin that I want to focus on tonight as it is these juicy little booger altcoins. Bitcoin, however, is, you know, hey, she could be a little healthier, I'm going to tell you. I am looking for Bitcoin to come up for possibly what might be a bearish retest, but gosh darn it. What the hell? Oh, you're kidding me, Bitcoin. Are you still in trend? What in charge? Is this cracking? Are you cooking the books or something here? Let me whoa. One touch, two touchy. Touchies. You flirting with it. You flirting with dropping, ain't you? I'm concerned about this trend. I thought we already dropped it, honestly. I thought we already broke trend line. We're just now trying to do it, really? Not counting the wicks. You got some wickeds. You got some wiggle room if you wanted it. For real. Pardon me, I'm having an existential moment here. It's like this chart's telling me something. No, a little different. That's what we were looking at, I think. Gotcha. We're flirting with the trend line here, but I'm seeing this bearish cross. We've been talking about it. Might be happening, might not happen, might be enough to pull price back up to it. But no, we got the cross on the daily here. 9 cross over the 9. You can pretty much consider this run over. I'm not trying to be bearer of bad news. That doesn't mean that we can't like get up to these places, but as far as like continuing this thing that we were on, like it will continue like it was, that's done right now. So maybe some ranging is in order here. We can do that for a little while, hopefully get away from this cloud a little bit. Maybe we can recover, but it should be slower from here is what I'm seeing. Just that fact alone, that's going to take a little while to recover from that. It just doesn't happen. Nowhere do we find where we lose that. Does the strong run continue when we start losing the 9 moving average and when they cross, then we start getting into this kind of stuff. And so, hey, welcome to the shakeout. Everybody that made money on this way up here, they want to take it back from you, and they're good at it. They're really good at it. So all the gains up here, we're going to shake it out of your pockets. Looks like what we're trying to do. It's not totally bearish, it's just rangy. And it sucks because it's not that much higher than that. And we have been holding this area. There's this magical little area over here. It's on the weekly, I believe. I think this little guy right here. See, that's the little guy that we come down, if you can see it on this candle, that's the guy that we came down and retested. That's our weekly candle close from January 20th right there. And so if we had to draw like a, maybe I'll do that. Big fat line of do not enter. If I make it red though, I'll think it's something else. I make it, no. I need more colors. Dude, I need more, a hot pink is always weird. That'll stand out. Okay, so the Pink Panther line here. Right there, let's put you right on it. And lock her in. Now we're on the Kraken, right? Let me put you up here. You're gonna be my new teacher one. All right, So look how we responded to that. It was kind of resistance, but we started playing with it, getting above it. We tested the hell out of it. Below it, above it, below it. It's a flag to the upside. And then we actually went up. And then we came back and we retested that. So that's that 103,200 area. That seems to be so far our new floor, if you will. We've kind of established that as a new floor. So I'm really kind of interested in this trend line that it's caught because it was not so clear. We had that kind of it's a very deep, this is a V shape, well, a W shape, a double V, a double V shape recovery right there. And it kind of skews if your angles a little bit, and you find that these kind of hold more true. So we were following those. We lost that, but now on the daily, it was a little bit more easy. So it takes all the noise. But we do have an angle that it seems to be respecting there. I don't see how it's going to hold with that cross going on, though. I don't. Maybe it can work a miracle. Work a miracle, Bitcoin. It is holding that 5 moving average. I added an extra little moving average here, so it comes in handy on these big time frames, I think. So we do have some support going on right now. So, wow, this is a place I would think they would park us like on a Friday and leave us here on the weekend, see what we're going to do. But instead, I find in the middle of the week that we're starting to find ourselves at these spots. That's fascinating to me. And we're starting to see moves starting to happen on the weekend, starting to formulate. That's interesting, but it's not retail yet. Who is it? That's silly big whale friends and their whale friends, I think. Let me come over to the chat real quick. We're going to take a look at altcoins tonight because I think they're starting to want to do something, a little something. Say hello to everybody that's here. Chris Klein, you're the first one tonight. Hey, Chris. 22 beautiful people hanging out with me tonight. Thank you so much.
Yeah, all right.
Make sure I can be heard here. Chris Klein, shout out to Haven Peck. Ave Medina. Tigger White. What? Hey, Trey. We got Meet Damien. I'm having too much fun with the little clicker. He say clicker. And there's Soul. Is that aliens? Do I see aliens? I missed a bunch of emojis over here. Look at all that. Cool. I see Kelly Fat, including Marshmallow 1981. Hey Gator, how's it going? Don't think I missed anybody. It's hard to catch everything here. I'm on live chat. I think we got everybody. Everybody that's chimed in. Lurkers are welcome. You don't feel like you have to chime in, but if you do, I mean, it does have the chat rate. I'm saying you can just say hi, emoji or something. I don't know. All right, is the doctor in? What? You know, I save that outfit for special occasions, but I'm curious. Bitcoin, what are you about to do here? What are you about to do? Because your 12-hour was looking very interesting, like she wanted to do something. Oh, Oh man, I had some hope until I saw that little bit of red over here, and that's making me a little bit nervous. All right, so it's looking. I don't know. Some people will be looking at this formation here as a possible bear flag formation. If you're familiar with that idea, it would be something of this nature. We're on the 12, probably on the 4 hour. Make it look a little bit more. Already got the bottom line with the bottom trend line, basically, and so there's a move now. Here is, and you would take the impulse move is basically what it is, but you actually any of these would not be wrong to do. Okay, now I was taught to put it at the breakout wherever that happens, but when I found Bukowski, he was doing what some other people like Garrett Solway I saw do it this way too. Like, Garrett, you're doing that different. That's weird. I don't like it. But I found it to be pretty a lot more accurate that way, especially if I were to take that big ass thing here. And that might suggest that if we were to break this trend line, that we might eventually find ourselves down here about $99,000 ish, somewhat ish. We'll throw a little line over there. It can't be pink. You know the rules. So we got to measure move right down to this area. The measure moves on patterns like that. The flags, they're not all that trustworthy. They can get you in the ballpark. They can give you a good idea, but they're not as accurate as some others. Falling wedges are fairly accurate, but that's one side of the equation. Now, if by chance, I don't know, that we decide to go get that liquidity that's hanging up over here somewhere, do I still have that up? We haven't looked at that. Let me refresh this little guy. Or do you automatically refresh? Oh wow, look at you. I want to dial her down here. If I dial her back, that means that the heavier liquidity should show up yellow. So if I dial it back, it looks like there are a lot of buys over here, 104.3 and down at 103.4. So I would guess, you know, that the greedy little bastards that are called market makers and run that market maker software, they're bots, man, and I've always hated them, but they're a necessary evil. Would probably try to run prices down there. If we shorten this up and get some of the smaller liquidation areas or stop loss areas or order areas, it's not necessarily liquidations. It can be orders, shorts. It can be, and this doesn't say futures or anything like that over here, so I wouldn't, you know. But anyway, there's some right up here, right around 107. We have not yet tapped 107, have we? Keep looking for that number. She came right up close. It's almost. Just won't give me that satisfaction, will you, Bitcoin? And it was starting to look kind of juicy up in here. So if the liquidity theory proves true, then we would deep dive down. We would dive down a little bit down here and hope that no more big ass liquidity starts swarming down here, or they'll try to chase that stuff too, probably. So might we be coming down? Well, maybe on Bitcoin. But the fat lady is not yet saying until she breaks that trend line, and until she breaks that trend line, why, there are miracles that can happen at this point in the market. Now, one interesting thing that has happened in Bitcoin is that this red line is our 236 Fibonacci there, and I always will go back and double test stuff. This line just looks totally out of character, doesn't it? What are you doing? Okay, I have things up there that I don't know what are. I'm going to take these price labels off. Do I need these lines anymore? What happened with these lines over here? Oh, those were our targets. Yeah, where we expected something to happen, and this one, and then that one, and that's how Fibonacci could help you guys out. I'm just saying, if you, I don't know, it just makes sense to me to try to find areas that we might have a reversal or something, a big pullback, and pivot points are what they're called, and why not look for them for a target? I'm just saying. I don't know. I thought everybody did that, but I found out some people just want to do flags all the time or something. I don't know. These flags did not perform very well. So Bitcoin, you're just looking so freaky to me because you're looking like you're really trying. I mean, on the smaller time frames, don't get me wrong, I'm kind of bullish on the smaller time frames for Bitcoin. The bigger ones are the ones that are saying, hey man, it's kind of but the smaller one, man, they are giving it their all. In my personal opinion, I think so. They are trying so hard to flip the script here. I haven't been as nervous. I've been watching some of the smaller time frames, and I haven't been as concerned because, and this may come as a surprise, but it's Miss Lucy up here. You know, the little devil girl in the thing over here, Miss Lucy. She's hanging around over here. I mean, I know the 360 came down, and it looks like we had a little ribbon flip. And it may be the start of one, I guess. But as long as the 600 is above the 800, I mean, this is like the moving averages. The way that I do them, it's reading them kind of like a current, okay, or water, or maybe even air. And the main ones that we got. These guys, I mean, that 200, that yellow one, that's usually the main one. That's the heavy one here, man, that kind of runs the roost, all right? The 200 runs the roost on these guys, right? And by these, this is looking bullish AF, yeah. Right now, then I'd be, yeah, baby. Even though the daily over here is saying, hey, man, got some bad news for you that, you know, are possible. I don't know, man. I mean, the 9 and the 21 just now crossed. How many times do you see that? Just, I mean, we looked. It showed in the example. The big run is probably over. We're probably coming up and then coming down. So you remember that bearish retest idea we were talking about, right? We probably get up to around 107, 108 maybe, and then fall back because we did break the other trend lines that we had, right? And so that kind of matters a little bit. And this little horizontal area, this little area over here, we got resistance ahead. So whether this plays out to be a bear flag to the downside, it can. A lot of people are looking at it that way, and it could happen. But right now, it is fighting it tooth and nail, baby. It is fighting it tooth and nail to turn around. And then our bigger moving average, we're talking about how I read those and the current idea. And I know that looks bad. It looks like a duck with a beard. A duck with it does look like a duck with a beard. You guys don't see it. You guys don't see the little duck and his little fuzzy beard, his little Affleck little beak, quack quack, little eyeballs up here. The duck with the beard. I am a performance chartist, as you may well notice. Thank you. It took 15 years to get these skills up to par like that.
All right. Yes.
Gosh darn it, those Bob Ross art school classes really paid off. He's doing art on YouTube. Ooh, he made it. All right, so 360's crossing bear silver, but look, man, the 800 and the 600, those are some big ass moving averages. No matter what time frame I'm on. I mean, even on the 1 minute, I got this going on. Oh no, we just lost it on the 1 minute. Well, sucks to be you. It's all over, folks. Sorry. Okay. That gives me, even on this time frame, when they're like that up there. Oh man, where were you at? What the hell time frame were we on? I still see some nice bullish momentum here that could take us up. I don't think we're quite ready to fall over just quite yet. But she's flirting with it. Don't get it twisted. It almost feels now. Call me if I'm wrong. It's almost like they want us to be scared and bearish, and it's kind of weird because a lot of people are scared and bearish up here at this area 105. Whereas when we were up here, the last time, it wasn't that bearish, was it? It was kind of, oh wow, ooh yeah, baby, we're going to 150,000. We're going on 100. The reason being that we have a higher low here, and we just don't want to see it keep on falling, especially when we're supposed to be in that big old swing to the upside. The thing that we were getting at, the thing was that this area that we bounced off of is a Fibonacci line here. Let me draw you over here. See this one? This is a 236 Fibonacci pull from the whole move. We did it right. We did it by the book. All right. Now at this, if we are okay, bear with me. This is what the turkey thinks. And this is also the time when I have to sit here and we have to have a talk. Like, you're at the point in your life where you're watching a turkey on YouTube. I don't know what that means, but hey, we're all here together. Anyway, existential crisis there, maybe. Okay. 236 fib. If we pull this bounce off, if we pull it off in the big, we're looking at the big pictures, all right? That would be that's a gorgeous fake out before we do blast off. And I'm keeping that as a possibility in my mind, because when we go back over to the monthly, we see our indicators are just all lit up, baby. They ready to rock and roll on the monthly. Not only that, but on the 2 week, we're doing good too. Where's a good example? MACD's a great example. On the 2 week, we're also doing good. We just flipped bullishly over here on the MACD. This is the great Aunt MACD. She's the 2 week. The weekly has flipped for the past few weeks, and we've got to experience the goodnesses of that. It's a little bit late to the party, but hey, she brings the good stuff. Anyway, she's getting a little tired right now. That's what we're seeing here, this little faint candle. Now, historically, sometimes that has been a good signal on the weekly to so I can't blame some people for saying, oh man, I might want to take some profits, make us, hey, this might get ugly, because it can, and you can track that by looking at that. We'll notice that whenever we go back to the charts. Hopefully, I'll even mark that one. But she's in the green, right? She's in the green, so that's good strength. Here on the 3 days, she's getting, we know we're getting a little tired. And we've been negative on the smaller time frames for a minute. The weekly MACD, when she shifted over, and it was a bum week when it happened. She went up high, and then she even went higher, and you're saying, you suck, MACD. But look what she saved me from overall, until she finally flipped over again. And then when she flip over again, this is what happened. And then she crossed bearish, and then we went, even went up higher, and then we came down. Takes a little while, right? Takes a little while, and sometimes you will see prices go up after she goes negative. We might be looking at that right now. She's going a little gray there, and we might see that little run up, or maybe a little different run up. I don't know. I hope it's the run up straight on. If there is to be a cross. But that is a warning sign for some people, I gotta say. But I also gotta say, here on the weekly, you see this little guy over here. Now there are 9 moving. Where are you? Somehow I'm missing a bunch of moving averages. Like, oh, we turned them off. Is that why? Yes, there are 9 moving averages way down here. And that's at the 382 Fibonacci. Now, I was telling you that this 236, this red line that I've got that we held, if that holds, we can get the big ass move and we can get a strong move. The only thing is not that common. Okay, but it can happen. Here is one of the things if we're going to take off and go parabolic. Even if we were to drop it and come down to 98,000 down here, this is the normal place we look for a big ass move. All right, this is the normal strong place that we look for a nice strong move up. We're not looking at the 618, not so much looking at the 0.5. We should be past that right now. We should not have to come down to 94,000. Shouldn't have to do it. Shouldn't have to do it. Shame on you if you try to do it. But coming down here to 98, that's reasonable, and that still gives us a big ass move. Do you want to see where? Because it's a crazy. That can give us a big ass move almost to a full 1618 Fibonacci area. That's 135,000. That can go right up in that area, and also right over here at this 127 area. So how's that for pancakes? However, if we bounce off of this one, oh man. Those 140 targets might be a real deal, but it's got to break this area. So who knows? We're at a curious area of Bitcoin here on the 4 hour. We're right above the 200 moving average. That's kind of critical. This one is one that we don't, if this is lost, then people go bearish. The 4 hour 200 moving average, when it gets lost, I mean, people, I'm a bear now. YouTube's going to be calling for $30,000 Bitcoin and all that stuff again. Seriously. For real. No. I mean, for real, they'll be calling for 30,000. Seriously. And all the happy shorters and happy bears will be coming out to play. So I'm curious. What do you guys think? You think we'll hold this area and go up? Even just a little bit? Do you think we might go up, come back and retest that? Because that would be bullish AF. I mean, if we held it, it'd be even more bullish. We'd just take off and get a new all-time high, but I don't know about that. However, if we are on that funky trend line, you remember this little funky trend line? If that's trying to hold, that's a scenario where that little thing might happen. All we can do is watch and wait and see what's going on. But our bigger moving averages, the momentum, remember the wave, remember the water flow on the 4 hour on Bitcoin even. I mean, that's good. We need to get the 600 above the 800. So she's sandbagging us a little bit, okay? It takes a while. Don't sandbag us too much. Don't range us. Good God, don't range us. But I just feel like we're a little bit too close to our previous highs over here to range. We need to get up just a wee bit higher. Maybe range up here around 120, 115, somewhere through there. I don't know. That would be cool. So curious about this trend line idea. It only worked on the daily. It doesn't look so pretty on any other time frame. However, here is the fun part. Oh my God, is it 33 minutes before we get here? I'm trying to get better. I get stuck on Bitcoin and going over stuff. All right, so here's my thoughts on Total 3 here. We respecting the trend line over here too. Yeah, no, it's the same thing. But we respecting this, just like Bitcoin is working on it. But we're a little ahead. And I know we got some bearish currents coming up, right? We got the death cross here in the 4 hour. We've seen that before. Come on, and the 100's right above it, and it's not trying to death cross yet or anything. Basically, our bigger moving averages, these guys are curving around. That's good. They need to do that. They're slow. They're putting on the brakes and they're trying to do a slight U-turn here. It takes a little while. It's a big tractor trailer rig. It takes a little minute to do what it's maneuvering. But we got the first signs, in my opinion, of trying to go up. I think we're going to have some good resistance right up here, somewhere around $900 billion, and might have to zigzag through there. But we might get up there. Well, I was about to say we might get up there fairly quickly, but we got to see. But we should be seeing some upside in this, a little bit more upside in this on some of these altcoins, and bouncing off a trend line is usually pretty good. If we just keep this momentum going. So I'm seeing bullish crosses of 360, 200, 100, all over these bigger guys, the 800. We're above the 800 moving average. That's like, you know, that's bullish. That's bullish. Need to be above the 200. That'd be officially bullish. But that's pretty good. Pretty good. We came back and we retested the little fuzzy monster over here. The little guy, this little guy over here with eyeballs. His little neckline. We came back and retested it. 64% chance that you do that, and then we should start working toward a higher high. That should be the normal kind of course of action here. So we need to get back up to where we had at least been in altcoins just a few weeks ago, and hopefully go a little higher. So in my personal opinion, I think there should be some setup starting to form on these altcoins. We might see that they may have to drop back a little bit and catch somewhere before they start taking off, but we should start seeing some more activity out of altcoins. The other thing to watch is Bitcoin dominance over here. She's being a little tricky again because that's what it is, what she do. But she did come up here, got rejected at the Boxo rejection, and she's flirting with losing this trend line and hopefully flirting with losing this this Fibonacci area, this level of support that it needs to lose. If that happens, let's hope and pray, because you know it's got pretty good momentum itself. I'm not seeing the altcoin season, okay, but I'm seeing altcoins give back again, and maybe we can do a little bit better on this run than maybe what we did over here, or even where was the other one? The bigger one that happened, I think, back in December that was December, wasn't it? Yeah, baby, yeah. November, December. That was. I'm on the 4 hour. That was nice. That was nice. That was really. It wasn't as good as the first one we had a year ago, but that was nice. Okay, maybe we can get something. I don't think it's going to be that much. I think it'll be a little bit more like what we had here. We might find support and then they'll work on giving it back. That's what sucks. So this first few weeks in June looks like they could be kind of profitable for us if we get ourselves set up right. In my personal opinion, we just need Bitcoin dominance to cooperate. Break down, baby, break down. You suck. You suck. Sometimes you have to talk bad to them, make them feel bad. You suck. I'm watching. Is it working? Is it working? All right, we'll try to be positive around here. My bad. Oh, man, and you know what I forgot to do tonight? I forgot to put up my little marker for your altcoin request there. Forgot to do that. We got Jay Violet in the house. I see you, Jay Violet. How's it going? Fartcoin went from 102, went to 102. Did it bounce? I want to be long in Fartcoin if Bitcoin dumps this time. Does Fartcoin usually go up when Bitcoin dumps? Shebang. Oh man, where are you? Okay, you're at 104. It went down where? It went down 93 cents today? Well, look at you, Fartcoin. You broke you. I think we already did that, right? Was that? So we broke a channel and measured move for that channel. I think we already did this, did we? Gets us down to around the 618 if that happens. That could be down to 75 cents, but we got another trend line down here. I might have it a little fuzzy. It might have some wiggle room, but there's a possibility of even coming down to 80 cents here. Just as a possibility. Let's take the fibs off. Let's look at things here. Let's see. I had a wait a minute. This was a measure move. Why not? From what? Where did I take that? Well, it's. I got something here. It should be a measure move, but I did not note from what it comes from. It doesn't look like it's from the channel. I'm looking at you, Altcoin. All right, I'm going to take this guy off because I don't know what the hell he is. What is it, 92 cents? Maybe he'll do something at 92. Well, no, I'll leave it, but let's see what it corresponds. Oh, it corresponds with our 0.5. Okay. Well, you get to stay, maybe. It'd be a nice place to bounce if he'll catch. Okay, what were you, red line? Yeah, we'll throw our 382 out there. Did somebody just get lazy or something? So zooming out on Altcoin, man, that was sweet. And you'd think that maybe she would do something like that again, but no, she just kind of at least stepped up. It appears that we're trying to do a megaphone pattern. So coming down to the bottom of it, that could definitely be on the table. The fun part is bouncing off the bottom of it and going back to the top of it again, and that could open up some pretty interesting things. That's what I see happening with trend lines. Lost it there. I could try to look for a channel idea, but I don't think she would have already lost it. She called it she. It would have been that. And we could do our measure move from that too. Which is also taking us right down to those same little juicy areas. So it looks like Altcoin is on a decline there. I was almost going to try the longer, but she looked kind of a little bit bearish on the what I was looking at on my phone too. I don't have the benefit of using the Fibonacci's on my phone. I'm a lot more accurate if I get Fibonacci's. Alrighty, let me come over to the chat. See you guys. We got a bunch of ones going on. Woo! I lost my marker. Where'd it go? Oh, didn't I put it out? Let me try that again. It says it did. It didn't do it. It told me it did. My buttons are not working. Why is that? I want a refund. No, that one should work. All right. Well, I got some that we can take a look at. I want to take a look at a few little meme coins because they're always. They seem to be the ones that make the runs. You would think quality projects in crypto, but there's very few really quality projects. There's a lot that want to be. Oh, see, there was the curse of the yellow line. When I draw it on there, a lot of times that happens. Man, 2022, 2023, drawing those things. It was every time I draw one, we'd break it. I was like, look, it's got a possible parabolic run going on, and then as soon as I draw it, it's over. She went right up beneath it too. All right, so that's gone. Well, once that's gone, it's kind of sucks. Just to be honest. And then they got to reaccumulate again. So that means not good. Why are you telling me this, man? You're at the 800 moving average here. Now we're hoping we'll bounce off of these guys and come back up here, and that maybe this new little angle we got, maybe it will hold, but I don't trust it. So I'm going to go with that for right now. She looks like she's, you know, should be on her C correction there. C wave correction. Is that what you get, Elliot? Oh my God, did we kill Elliot? Oh, somebody killed Elliot. Elliot's missing. Elliot's ran off. He done RONFOFFT. Oh, he run. Yeah. Now we got to go get a new Elliot. Hey, it looks normal again. Last time I clicked that, it was kind of weird. Okay. Elliot, yeah. Okay, so Elliot says C wave as well. So that's a little hopeful for what are we looking at, Brett? That you'll catch over here. Might want a little confirmation. I still think she's a little bit bearish because I still see some possible resistance right where we're at right now. I mean, trend lines matter. Break back above that, and that might be hopeful. At the 0618, are you, Brett? So my target's over here. My target, 9 cents, still in play. Big target, 10 cents. Just waiting for the day, Brett. Anytime you want to double my account, you go ahead and do it. Just waiting on you, baby. So in the bigger picture of things, we have not yet made it out of our little, hey man, this was a great place to buy Brett zone for the bigger run. It probably won't feel like the great place to buy Brett now, especially if it were tax, you know, actually come down a little bit more. You'd probably say this sucks, but in retrospect, you know, based on all this and where we can get going, this is the place where, like, oh man, I need to stack up on this little lady. Yeah, so I would be looking at some things. I don't see a great setup here, is what I'm trying to say with Brett. You got to kind of keep watching it, but it still could be a daring entry. I know bots would be, my bots would have done it. Would have, yeah, they would be thinking about it. What I do see here on the 2 hour, and I am on the 2 hours, money flow starting to come up. When that flips green, that's probably a good sign that, hey man, Brett going to move. Let's take a look at Tau. Oh, I see some coins over there. Got it. Uh-oh. Gotta get my paper. Let's see. I see Pi, UFD, ZBCN. We got 48 minutes in. Now we're getting to them. We got Dash, Ethereum, ADA, 1000 Floki. And I see Tau, RWAI, and Bubble Maps, BMT. I saw that one for the first time today. I think it was on Tokenmetrics, and I think that's where it was. Well, let us begin, shall we? Is that unicorn fart dust? I was looking at that earlier. I've got a little bag of that, and I thought it looked like it might have been growing. Unicorn fart dust. Oh, maybe it's not growing. You can zoom out. No, I guess she's not growing. So, looks to me, we go candle bodies to bodies there. Then we got a nice little trend line forming here. Will it catch? I guess that's the question everybody's interested in. Well, the answer is I don't know, but usually they do. How much lower can she go? Don't ask that question. That's a scary question. I think we were thinking, oh man, it might catch here and we'll go back up to 18 cents. Man, I gotta clear out all these targets. I don't think I've looked at this particular chart in a minute. All right, so let's get our big boy. That's 43 cents. This thing got up to, it's at 2 cents now, a little under 3 cents, and it got up to 42 at its peak. If this thing could get to 27 cents, I'm just saying that's a great place to take some profits. It's definitely in accumulation. Anything below 11 cents would be considered a pretty decent deal, especially if you go to 26 cents. You'd be like, man, I could have bought it under 11, but I just didn't. That's what usually goes through your head at that point. And she is just under her other, or is she testing it? Taughten up you gamey. Yeah, she's just under it now. She came back to it. Now that's not the greatest sign, but remember, we still got a trend line. So if she bounces from here, or if she gets above this 3.1 cent area and you start seeing her recover a little bit, perhaps you could look for a trade setup or an entry. This is only daily. So if we are down here, and I want to tighten up my thing here. He said thing. All right, because this is the daily. According to this, it's not touched it. If I'm drawing my trend lines to bodies. Now I'm going to come down to the smaller time frames and see if we're getting a reaction over here. Do I need to tighten you up or anything? No, I still don't think you've got there. I don't think it's quite touched it yet. I think she's got a little bit more down to go here. Probably about 2.5 cents. What else we got going on over here? That's workable. This is the 4 hour. A lot of the altcoins are further along as far as, you know, flipping this ribbon and starting to show some signs of bullishness, and this one's just, she's running a little bit behind here. So unicorn fart dust, ladies and gentlemen. Unicorn fart dust. Where are the tokenomics on it? Now I think it's just a meme coin, but it seems like they were doing something else. Is that true? Unicorn fart dust is the ultimate meme coin created by a boomer who's a gold and silver maxi. After hearing about fart coin hitting 500 million market cap, he decided to launch his own meme coin as a social experiment to troll the crypto space. His take: crypto's nothing but unicorn fart dust. Well, that's becoming. It's got a $27.4 million market cap. Gee, maybe I should just start a coin. Look, all-time high is 42 cents. All-time low was 2 months ago. It was at 1.5 pennies. She's at 2 and something pennies right now. 2.7. I was trying to see the tokens. How many tokens? That was what I came over here for. 1 billion. There's 1 billion, not 420 billion, but just 1 billion. That I kind of think is kind of appealing. But this is the website. Well, everybody else is doing it. I might as well do one too, so I can make some money. Okay, so we got it. At least he's honest about it. Okay, so we got that for whatever. You know, a meme coin is a meme coin. But if she catches on, gets her back into her narrative and everything, and she can at least come up to 27 cents or 20 something cents, that would be awesome. Even just getting up to that first little area that we need it to, which is not on here again for some reason. Was that 11 cents? 11 cents! seems like a lot, don't it? When they start moving, they start moving. And another thing you can do is wait and see if there's a breakout. This is the 4-hour unicorn fart test. ZBCN. I'm losing people. They don't like me talking about unicorn farts. All right, so this is ZBCN. What are you doing, Neil Pool? Oh, look at all the. That was the target I thought she would hit, and she hit a few candles for resistance, and then she said, "Screw it, I'm going away." That would have been great if I took a picture over here. But clearly you went way ass higher, didn't you? That's an orange line too, though. So this is one that we had to forecast from way back over here. And those orange lines are 3618s that at the time didn't seem like we might actually get up there. I think maybe one time we were really close. I don't know. I can't remember the details, but anyway. So now she's topped out. That was a good run. Just waiting on you, TradingView. Take your time. That's all right. Nobody's in a rush. We got all night. 19 people. We're losing them. Nobody likes this one. So this is ZBCN, and she did that. That's impressive. I gotta say that's. You don't see that every day. You don't see things 6x over a week very often until we're in full-on bull run. She came down here and now she's holding above the 382 area. I find that interesting. Now I would expect by the rule of doubt theory that we would tap this line down here. But let's keep our eye on this area over here. What is it, 0.0047? Keep our eye on that to see what she does. She starts accumulating here. She's already missed that and this chance over here. But if she does something over here, accumulate, maybe make something like a flag or something like that, it could happen. And then there's a couple angles down here that I kind of find interesting. And so we can also see, check those ideas out. That suggests it might even get down here. So anywhere around this area, it could come down that low. It does have some support in that area. It might, but if it is doing some kind of a weird ass, alleyway, I don't know what else happened before here, but this could be a 1, 2, a 3, and your 4 wave down wouldn't touch this. So that's why I would lean a little bit more toward this guy if she wants to come lower. So I'm kind of looking basically at these two areas to see if there's a reaction at those. And that's on the daily. I come down to the 2 hour to get some of the juicy gossip news over here. What's going on? What's going on Z Network? This looks like a bearish retest idea. So she needs a correction. So this, you do that so weird, Elliot. Okay. Elliot seems to think that would be the C. I kind of think, she might be doing this. So you got those two ideas. I'm not convinced that, it's a 200 moving average, but she can come touch it again. I would think she has an idea to do this. However, there's that Elliott wave theory that this would be your 5. That makes it your A, B, C correction. And then we start all this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves all over again. So you got that idea too. So he ain't always wrong. I'm just saying you got the momentum behind it, but she's let's see, 150 hasn't crossed over it. I'm on the 2 hour chart, by the way. What do you look like on the 4 hour? That's where things are really showing their strength right now. She might be. Give her a try. Give her a chance. Give her a chance. Let's see what she can do. See what she can do. She didn't quite make it all the way down here. She's respecting this 382. I can't say too much too bad about ZBCN, but she is on a correction idea right now. Okay. I still think there's a possibility to hit this 0.0039, but maybe she'll just keep on going up. What we can do is take this. I don't see the angle though. Do we have an angle? I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. But we will roll with that. But this trend line will be resistance. So I could see her coming back up 0.0065, somewhere back in this area. Retest that. Let's take a look at Dash. Well, we got a something went off a few minutes ago, and I didn't go check it out. Let me go check that out. That was the fan funding thing. Oh, it was Kelly got a member for 4 months. Hey, thank you, Kelly. Thanks for teaching me the value of trend lines. Trend lines are awesome.
Yeah, all right. Yes.
There's a lot that a trend line can reveal. They're amazing. It's more than just pointing the direction of where prices is going. It is more than just that.
Your rhythm's a treasure that sets me free.
All right, let's take a look at Tau. Zoom out a little bit to the daily, see what's going on. Falling wedgie going up, hadn't quite met her measure move. Should be right around the 618. She got close, but hey, you can do better, you know. That's all I'm saying. Expect a little more out of you every now and then, you know. I don't have a good she's breaking that. You want to break that? Well, here's my take on it. She's at a very interesting place right now. I don't know if it's going to hold or not, but I say it's got a dang good chance of pulling something off here, because here on the daily, the 50 moving average is there. Now that's usually when you get a big correction or a good correction. That's where you want to bounce, right? Don't want to lose that. Don't want to come talk to the 100. If we want to keep this upward momentum, this whole move moving, we want to bounce off the 50. We're right below the 200, and this 50's coming up like it wants to do the golden cross, like the golden shower, but not as nasty, but the golden cross. We still got our 9 and 21 up here. Still even got our 5 moving average up there. To me, that's kind of like little helium balloons that can just lift us up, float us up to the sky. And what I like most about it is that 200 is still above the 300. So that's a little bit more lift to our balloon there too. I'm just not crazy about you. You got to come around, baby. You got to come around. If there's anybody going to drag us down in the dirt, it's going to be this one. Don't be that guy. We will find you. We will kill you. I'll kill your dog, man. That was mean to say. I don't know where that come from. It came from a TV show back in the 80s. Anyway. Then I watch this reruns like in like in 2018 or something. Yeah, not that old. Gosh darn it. So I'm curious to see if you're going to hold here, Tao. I think you got a good little chance of holding. I do. You got one touch. I think you can get one more hump out of this big old megaphone pattern. I just think you can do it. However, what are you saying over here? You got some work to do there. Oh man, I ain't seeing no love here on these bigger time frames. Why is that, Tal? Are you planning on something? What are you saying on the smaller time frames? Can you give us some love over here? Death cross on the 4 hour, but these guys just flip bullish. These guys have more weight, I think. We may not have a very good trend line, ladies and gentlemen. I would dare say we probably already lost that little guy. And that was our bears retest. Sometimes you got to come in and adjust them trend lines. Let me go back to the daily, see what that looked like over here. How would going from the wick to the body and got more touches there. They're both valid lines. As long as you got more than 3 touches, you got a valid line, and you're not cutting through, you know, candles except for where it may break. All right, so me, you've already lost that. So are you trying to do your little measure move thingy? I'm not going to take the crazy one. We'll take the fairly conservative one here. Could you come back down to 322? Fallen wedges, now just like the inverted head and shoulders, I talk about them, you know, when they break out, they have a good chance of coming back down to retest the neckline. The fallen wedges have a really good chance somewhere around, if I'm not mistaken, it's about the same, about 63-64% chance to come down to retest the breakout area. So, and there's some variations of this. Sometimes it may come down to one of the higher lows or one of the lower highs or something over here. This one doesn't have any, except for that one. We didn't get past that one. We did go higher though, just a little smidgen, so that's something. We did actually knock it out. So we're looking for a higher low out of this guy, especially after seeing that. Wow, that's just like, I would expect more from you. I did expect more from you. I expected $530. You didn't go touch it. You suck. Anyway, we may be coming back down there, but let's just go ahead and pull a fib. Oh, you're testing some nicer areas there. It looks to me like this area about 332. I like that area. And that would be a nice place if she does want to continue upward in a strong, with some, you know, some decent momentum there. I think that's a good place for it to bounce. 200 moving average is also hanging out there. Look over to the left. That was also a little area that we were doing pretty good on. It was also this area right over here, close to it, as support. We kind of already tested that. Look at that. Draw a little line on the top of these little guys. Color it a different color. All right, see where it touched there, and there's resistance. Then it was support right over here in this area. And then look, it is still support down. So that would be cool if that never gets broken, to be honest with you. So what the hell is he saying? I would look for this area if we continue lower, because we might. If this is a 5-wave, well, then you might be on your C wave if we're doing the wave count. Oh, hell no. Elliot, stop tripping me up, man. Come on, dude. That's weird. This is, Elliot, we used to go to the movie theater together. We don't do that anymore. This is why. You do this stuff in the movie theater. It's stupid. No. It's a love-hate relationship between me and Elliot. I don't know. It's kind of like, we're kind of like family or something. Well, not family, but you know, it's kind of like, he gets on my nerves. He's that dude. He's a good dude, but you know, he's that dude. He's a good friend. He's always there when you need him and everything. Willing to help out, tell you what's going on, even if it is a bunch of crap. Sometimes, but and then he just doesn't take criticism very well. He does. He's that dude. He's that dude, you know. He's a good dude, but he's still that dude. Anyway, maybe we'll get lucky and hold this 368 area. Wherever it is, I've got orders stacked up down here to get her as she comes down. I thought because I was taking some profits up here. All right, let me come down to the smaller time frame to see what's cooking. Now, that's nice. That's nice. At least he's on the wrong side of the 800, but you know, hey man, we got something going on. Looking on the regular moving average, you say, "Oh my God, we're about to flip over and go." And yeah, that's a good sign. That's a good argument for maybe coming down here. I'm just saying. What did you say? For real, what did you say that was? You think this is the A, then B, then okay. Elliot thinks we're going to zigzag a crap load and then come down. Right? No, you hadn't put your C in yet. Okay. He's still working on the B wave. I think we can do some finagling. So we might actually, and seriously, we could come back up and retest on these moving averages because they are rolling over. The bigger ones are, but we should catch something around here. If she does that, then she's technically made a higher high and a higher low, though. Is that what you're talking about, Elliot? Is that where you're? No, because you're still got. Never mind, Elliot. Elliot's got me bent out of shape. Go and take a look at Cardano because I haven't looked at that one in a while. Oh, look, you're still at 70 cents. We're talking about if there was a breakout here, and there wasn't. Was there any sign that could have told us that that would not have broken out on this time frame? And I'm going to say, yeah. Playing a little money board morning quarterback, and I'm going to say that these moving averages being flipped 800, 600. I mean, they're trying to flip. It looks like they're trying to flip, but they didn't. Or not yet, not yet. They're still trying to work on it, I believe. But they are still in very bearish order. All right, so, well, these ideas clearly did not work out. Well, she did not break out. It's just the probability. So now, we broke this trend line. And it looked like you want to take a little leg down. You're holding that, but she's holding the angle. So wow, how's that going to work? So it's either a bear flag and we come down another leg. That could happen. Or she tries to bounce over here. I find it interesting. Because Market Cipher is giving you some mixed signals over here. I was like, oh, it's a sell signal now. It's a buy signal. Market Cipher seems to think that she's got a little spunk to come back up. Probably retest these areas over here, about 72 cents. Now, I don't know that she'll get back above it. Maybe even come back up and retest this line that, you know, the trend line she broke. We could be looking at something like that. And I don't know if this would hold or she come lower after that. That's what I would be looking for. Whether she gets back up and tries to go for a breakout, I don't see that happening yet, but you know, these things are trying to do a little flip. Maybe she just needs some time here. But what is happening right now, she is actually catching here, and she's above the 9 moving average, so I can't say anything bad about her. If she was below it, I'd be talking about a bear flag and probably going to break down, but she's looking like she could hold here. So I would think give this one a little chance. I don't know, put your stop losses in place if you're concerned, but she's held this area and it looks like she even made a higher low right here. So that counts for something. I would dare say we probably got a little fib pull. No, you went below it. That's an ugly fib pull. Let's hope she could catch around 64. If she did drop, I would be looking about 58 cents or something like that. But I'm not convinced that she's trying to do that just yet. Not yet, just anyway. She's still good as she's made a higher low. That means that she still has a chance to work on trying to make a higher high than this one, the last one. And until she doesn't, then we're just going to assume that she is. Or until she breaks this area over here, we're going to assume that she's going to keep on trying to move up. RWAI by Virtuals. Holy crap, shoot. Batman? Well, we looked at something over here that looked dangerous as all get out. Let's see, what do we got? Whoa, snap! We got a super chat. Ah! That music still does not play for you guys, I don't think. I gotta work on that. I hear it, but I don't think you guys do.
No need for banks or the keys they hold. Just trust in the
Thank you for the super chat. I will get over to it in just a second. Oh yeah. Appreciate that. All right, let's see what we got going on here with the RWAI. Didn't quite touch. We're just going to take you from high to bottom. Looks like we're getting some respect out of this fib, so.
Our wallets shine like a treasure chest. Freedom calling, we're doing our best. The future's written in electric skies. Crypto's the fire that never dies. Spinning dream in the digital haze. Currency flows.
So, which ones do we want to go with here? That's also the 0.5. This is the local pool. So to me, this would be a little bit more relevant. We can get better results by going more accurate results, especially on these smaller targets. This happens to be a 0.5 that we're at right now. And I'm gonna, what the hell happened there? I'm gonna move this little guy down here.
It pulls you in, makes you feel you belong. The blockchain hums.
And we are going to keep this one over here too at 786. That was the 618 from the bigger pool, so I think that would make actually a really, really good target. I think that one's one that's worth holding out for, and that's about 0.0016, right under 17, right in that area. I don't know that we're getting ready to go there just yet. She'll probably get rejected here and come back and do a little retest, but that's a that was a nice one.
Wealth of dreams in the soft moonlight.
Let me make sure I get you. All right. So your measure move would take you up here. If I had to guesstimate, we'll put you on the radar. 0.0022. That's the moon boy target there. From where we are right now, that'd be another 83%. From where the breakout was up to there, that's about 226%. It's coming down the smaller time frames like the DGen 15. It's not DGen, but 15-minute. And I see some curving there. I would draw that yellow line, but I'm afraid I'd curse it. I think you got a couple of trend lines. They got several different angles there. But as long as we stay above pretty much this one, that kind of makes a channel. And then I think we're pretty good. So what I'll do is, let's see, we got the prices over here, we got the price action. I don't need that line there. And let me post this one. RWAI on base, right? Or by virtuals. And just throw some targets on there. That's how I'll post it.
Lightning strikes on the edge of fate. Leap of the brave, no time to wait. Path unknown, yet the beat's alive.
We lost our chat.
Bitcoin by Londo, it's calling your name. Fate is a fire.
Here we go. Oh man, we lost it again. Butterfingers. Ali Medina, thank you, my man, for sending the super chat. Or the super sticker. And Akko also for Becos Weath. You can comment on these things? I didn't know you could do that. Well, that's cool. Things are changing. Thank you so much for $5 super chat. I appreciate that. Let's go take a look at Becos against Weath. I think we probably have to go to deck screener, right? So we're on Uniswap. Let's go. Let's zoom out. Is it on the daily? Nice upward trend. Looks like it broke. Maybe it's too. Let's come down a smaller time frame and see. No, look like she's still holding, and not too far away from it. 1746, 21. I guess it is. Is this song on there twice?
I saw your face on a digital screen. A world of chance.
Forgot to change my playlist. Did I do that right? That's pretty nice action right there. Ah, dude. Now this one I can't get an AB equals CD out of it or anything. She went all the way from top, all the way back to bottom on that. We got to do some reverse finagling. And I don't know, are these things set up? Let's see how these are set up. Oh, you're not set up. All right, excuse me for a moment. You guys do this, right? I think I messed that up. Alright, let's see if this takes care of that. Did you... What the hell happened? I can't even see you. No background. Don't need a background. I'm not trying to reverse you. I'm trying to do something. Oh, why did you do that? Oh, I got one. One of them took. Okay. Well, you got some crazy stuff on here, man. Okay, now we got you. Jeez. That took a little bit of work.
Man, it's a hot one. Like pesos climbing on a slow burn sun.
All right, so I've got this little guy here.
Feel your flicker and the pulse runs deep, but your teeth so sweet. My token Rainer, my blockchain Mona Lisa, that lift in your glow. You're pulling me into a rebar, and it's just like the coin under.
All right, I got the price targets over here. What I'm going to do is take a picture of this. What would the gains be if we can get up to those targets? Higher. It's not even a higher high. The higher high would be here. It's not even telling me the percentage. It looks like it would be like it'd double up about 200%. What's that? So let me take a picture of this. I'll post it over here in Telegram. This is Becos. Guess Ethereum, and this is the 4 hour. I left the fibs on. I left the fibs on. Oh, that's not even. Yeah, why did you didn't do it? There we go. So yeah, I think she can get her higher high, and I would kind of focus on that green one, that 47. So cool. Now I might be looking at that one tonight. That one's by virtual, right? Should be on base. And here on the 15-minute, that was the 4 hour, right? Or 50, it looked like the 15-minute. Did I put 4 hour? Gosh darn it! Are you or not? No, this is, we're on something now. I'm tripping out. I'm just going to come over and take a look at Floki with a 1000 in front of it. Floki 1000. Got to zoom out. Gotta. Ooh-wee. So we were hoping she would bounce over here. That's a trade set up with the stop loss below the trend line. So that would have been stopped out any trust trade setups. Sucks when it happens, but it does happen. Now we've extended her to our main trend line that we had down here. And she flirted with breaking it. I mean, technically there's another angle there. A little lower, don't want to mess with that, but it looks like she's already wicked down there a little bit. She's retesting this area that she broke out of, the 382 or 236 Fibonacci. I would hope that would hold. It should hold. That line looks janky. I don't like it now that you messed with it. I'll leave it on there. We'll make her dotted. All right, so we're still looking for the same targets though. The 10.4, that one's still a good target to go with. Anything higher, still got that none of this has changed. None of that has changed whatsoever. We just hadn't got up there yet. Now, if we fib her out all the way, so she's sticking around here. She's trying to hold that little guy there. 0.5. Back that up. Where did you come to? A 382? I think she's working on her correction, and I think if we put Elliot up, she'd be more on a C wave. Alright, so it's the 5 and then an A, B, C. So there's a good chance that she may be bouncing from here. The other idea would be looking for a bearish bat pattern, which would take us down to like down here in these areas. I don't see it until we break that area. I wouldn't entertain that. I think she can. I think Elliot's onto something right there. And she is above the 800 moving average. That's good. The 200 and 100 are still above us, but they haven't crossed bearish, so I think she just has to fight her way through this. Let's come down to even a smaller time frame and see what that looks like. Yeah, she's still got some work to do, but a lot of people will be looking at that as a bear flag, and maybe it does. If it does work out, then that would... Where'd my lines go? It would look something like around 6 cents if that happened. I don't personally think that it will, but we'll mark it. I hope it doesn't. It can. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It can, but that's not what I'd be calling. I'm not one of these showing you both up and down, then coming back. See, we nailed it. Called it right there. I'll tell you if I think it's going to do something or not. I don't. So we'll leave that there. Where is that? With total 3 starting to look bullish, I think we might get a pleasant surprise. And this is total 3 on the 1 hour. She's got some work to do, but she's doing it. And we got a new trend line that she seems to be respecting pretty well so far. That's a bearish cross. Better get that out of your system. So we got some resistance coming ahead on total 3, but I mean, right immediate existence coming up, but then we got some heavy resistance up. But the 4 hour, the bigger time frames, and the daily and all that seem to suggest that we might be able to get a little lift up there. And whether we keep that momentum, I'm not quite yet sure, but there is definitely strong momentum behind us. Zooming out, it's always helpful to zoom out and see the bigger picture. It does suggest we need to go for our higher high there. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Spelled that wrong. Turkey is getting tired. Here's Ethereum hanging out sideways on the daily above the 800 moving average. That's strong. I don't see how you cannot see that as being a strong sign. We got 600 above it, we got the 200 above it, and then the 360. They still got to work out their pecking order there. He said pecking. And let's see, we're looking at that channel idea. It might be coming down to retest it. Didn't even do that. Just this is what I would be looking at for a bull flag. To me, this looks like a nice possible bull flag. And you don't see me do flags very often and play those because there's enough of that. But it seems like we might have one, and it does look more pennant-y. So that would take us up here in the measure move if it does hit. They don't always hit beautifully, but it would get us up into this area, and I'm going to put it over here. Bull flag. Turkey getting tired. Bull lag. Somebody forgot to put the F in the flag. Turn the road dog crypto. We put the F in the flag. So what else are we working with here? Well, I got this guy, and I do like that. Of course, I mean, that was almost it, but this one lines up pretty gosh darn nice with those candles under there. Yeah, you could probably do a little better. But that's a good start. Hopefully this area will hold, and let's see if we can get a nice little bounce. We're trying to recover the 9 moving average as we speak on the daily. Let's come down to the 4 hour and see what the nitty gritty is. Are you getting ready to break out Ethereum? Are you getting ready to go up? Are ya? It's looking good. It's looking pretty juicy. See, we got a bullish cross coming up pretty soon. So you're kind of still under the weather here. You got some work to do, but so Ethereum, if that is your real name, where might you be going to this evening? So we are finding rejection under our 0.5. Now, to me, I find that a little concerning, but at least we're flagging out under it. We're flagging out under resistance, but it would be a good chance for it to try to go. Okay, but there's a chance that if we do roll over for some reason, I don't think we will. I don't think we're going to roll over. If we do, we'd just come back and maybe retest this area about 22. I would hope. I can get sleepy. Sleepy turkey. But I would be looking at this $3,075 area. And then our measure move that we got from the flag does correspond with the 786 Fibonacci. So I'm leaning a little bit more credence to that guy right there. So I'm going to run with that bull flag idea. Draw a little purple line here. Turkey's got the yawns. We'll put this over in what would that get? That'd be 35% gains up there to 35.39. This is 4 hour Ethereum. Possible bull flag. That's a bull flag. Forming under 0.5 level.
She wore a Bitcoin necklace. Says she mind her own ether because she passed my stress test. Kept talking decentralization. My heart began to sing.
If it breaks,
Now that's a crypto fling. You don't really love me, you just love
look for him.
You don't really see me, you just see my crypto. You sick, Crypto slut. Need some road dog, you know. Then came another gal, met me on a train
At 3,500.
Wanted my private keys to unlock all the games, but she was just another fashion.
For target. 35.39, right in that area is what I'm getting on Ethereum. Hey, come back to the chat over here. Kelly, how's it going, Kelly? Thank you for the super chat. I very much appreciate it. I think Solo is going to 140. Do you use volume candles? I do not use volume candles. Some people do. I don't have anything against it. It's just not what I do. You'll get your own style and everything, and use what you use, and kind of get good at it or better at it. I would say you got a pretty decent argument that it could get there, but there's also that little chance that Elliot's going to win out again here with the C wave, and we'll start this 1, 2, 3. This a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, we'll start another one of these things. Let me see if I can. The theory or the thought is with Elliott wave that you go on your 5 waves and you work on a correction, and then you start it all over again with something like that. And even though we broke out of this channel, and it's like, I don't say you can't break back into that channel. That channel's at a pretty steep angle, right? And then we start working on something a little bit more like that, and you can see how it develops, and how that can take us to our next little target area. So Elliot's got something there, and it's bouncing off of the 360 moving average. So there's a chance that it may not. Just throwing it out there. I would, let's go to the daily or the weekly, and she's got some I mean, she could look a little bit more positive here on the weekly, I'll give you that. Could be getting ready to put a red dot. Now if that's true, then maybe we are going down a little bit for it. We come down to some other things. Until we get to the daily, and it looks like she wants to print a green dot here pretty soon. Looks like she wants to, that's what I'm saying. We lost the 50 though on the daily. Well, that's not easy to recover from. A lot of people look at this as an M top and play that. I think has it met its measure move? Not really. Ooh, you wouldn't like that. No, I don't think anybody would like that. I got some lines on here that probably don't need to be here. But this is what I was doing, was trying to take the angle. We already did that. What did I move? Put you back, and line that one up underneath that candle body. I got the right one, right? No, did I switch? Did I do the switcheroo? You were the original one. All right, so got me angles, lining up under the candle bodies there. And there is a little bit of wiggle room, but yeah, there is that fib area retest over here. It does look like it can come down there. Let's go over to the 4 hour. Got some nice ribbon flipping going in there in this 360. So I guess this is a great place to test our theories. Here on the 4 hour, I mean, the indicators have been coming down. They're trying to turn though. They're trying to turn. I think Elliot's got a little credence. I'm kind of leaning toward Elliot, to be honest with you, because we got some bullish crosses, 9 above the 21. So she's trying to do something. We got the 200 crossing the 800 on the 4 hour. Got some good bullish signs going here. It can be a C, the ABC correction is what we're possibly looking at. I'm actually leaning toward that. Leaning toward that. I don't know that how high we'll get. We might come up before we come, and then we might come down. I kind of like that little fractal thing. That was cool. So what we do is that we kind of gauge it. So what I would do, if we can get above 160, let's see if we can recover that. It should be trying to. And if we can hold it, then we got a better chance of trying to step up. And I'll come down to the 15-minute, and here we're in the 360 again over here in the 3-minute. That little moving average is showing up quite a few places, and you see what's happening. They're all coming down, but now they're starting to flip. They're really trying to hold this area of support. So, and we're making higher highs and higher lows even on the smaller time frame. So I wouldn't be scared of it just yet. And I know this looks like an ugly bear flag. So we're looking on some kind of triple bottom formation here, and until it breaks this area here, the rule of the game is, even if you're looking at a head and shoulders pattern or whatever, it's not invalid. It's not invalidated until we get past that shoulder. I don't think it is a head and shoulder. I mean, I don't call it a head and shoulder. Okay, I'd view it more something like that. But it can be a triple bottom formation. Same idea. But you got higher highs and higher lows. So until that breaks, until that changes, I wouldn't be concerned about 140. Personally, I would still give it. I think it's trying to do what it's trying to do, which is trying to change trends and bounce off of an area of support, which happens to be 360 moving averages on several time frames. Just my take on it. Do expect some resistance right around 164. She's having trouble getting past or getting up, even getting back up to 164. And I had some orders up there that didn't get hit. But my take is, I think altcoins are trying to do. I think they're going to start turning up this week. A little bit. I don't know how long it's going to last. I hope it lasts. With what we're seeing on the 4 hours with the moving averages trying to flip over, I would hope that we get a decent little move out of all this stuff. After they finally flip, I would hope that we finally get a higher high out of some of these things. And let's take a look. On the bigger time frames like the weekly and everything, I guess the concern is, since we made a lower low, are we going to make a higher low? Now that I don't know, but still we can get some pretty gosh darn good gains until we decide, to put our lower high in. And I would expect us to at least go to a 0.5. And that would still be just right under $200. So I think even if we're going to roll over, I would expect us to try to hit that. I don't know that we will. Don't have to, but that's what I'd be looking for. So yeah, there's some bearish undertones on the bigger time frames, but the shorter ones are even the midterm ones, the 4 hours and things they're trying. A little shaky on the 4 hour though. And if it doesn't work out, we can blame it on Elliot because he's telling us it's going to go. He's saying the correction should be almost over. So we'll blame it on Elliot. Or I will. I don't have a problem with it. I tell him to his face all the time. Elliot, you suck. Yeah. You know, he don't ever send me a Christmas card either, now that I think about it. Kelly says the 15-minute on Solana looks sort of flaggy. Are you the bear flaggy? Or are you talking about the little bitty flaggy? Are we zooming all in? Are we pinching the tip? If we pinch the tip, it does look flaggy. You also got the 200 above the 360 and some bullish crosses going on there. That's the big old cloud just trying to jump into. I think we should be able to see about 158 pretty easy. Coming back up to retest the bottom of this area at 100 moving average. Top of this Ichimoku cloud. So when I'm going over this stuff, when you hear me say this stuff, I mean, I'm pointing this stuff out, the different ways that you could look at this if you hadn't caught on. I mean, some people are looking for levels, right? And they might be looking at that. And some people are looking at their indicators, and if you use Ichimoku Cloud, then, well, right there you go. That's where it's suggesting that we could play around with. And the moving averages, of course, I'm pointing out that one. So so we got three different ideas there saying that area can possibly be a good one. And by gosh, I bet we probably got a fib up there too. Let me see if I can get them over here. Why, hell yeah, it's a 0.5 fib. So we're just going to mark this guy. So we'll put a cautionary possible take profit area right there at Solana. But we're just right at 160. Might get through it. Maybe. Just because the 800 is over the 600 doesn't mean that we can't get above it, because we've done it before. All right, guys. I think I went through all the coins I've got there. And your dog is getting kind of tired, so I think, let's see, we got Hyper EVM, says Anita Cho. What is it? I hear about Hyper Liquid now. I hear a lot of people talking about that one. I don't. Let me check out. Is there a Hyper EVM? Hyper. And you said EVM. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's on Solana. It was a pump.fun coin, right? Or was it? I don't know. It's got the little pump, or maybe that's something different. It doesn't look like a pump coin. Okay. Well, there's two of them, so there's a copycat. What has it got? It's got a market cap of 4,000. Well, this is it. I guess it's brand new. So, well, you got that. You can trade it on pump.fun, though. I think it is a pump.fun useless coin. There's no website, no nothing over there. I don't think very much of it at all, to give you an answer. My thoughts are very little on it. As in, that's the gambling coin. Which is okay to gamble, but she's in the red, so. They didn't even have a chance to rug pull that one, poor little bastards. They rugged too early. Somebody rugged too early. The only one I did not look at, I believe, is Pi. Pi Network. I forgot about that. My bad. Should have done that the first one. That was the first one that listed. Mexi's got it. Let's check it out. Zoom out a little bit. Try the daily. Down at the old bottom there, I see. Sometimes that's a juicy place to buy it. Well, just a few weeks ago, she was up to $1.63. Now it's at 65 cents. They can do these things again, you know, and make a quick, well, not quick, you gotta be patient, but Seems to be a declining trend line there. I would pull Fibonacci's, and I would set me some order limits at every little Fibonacci. I would pyramid this little stuff down. You could even choose to go with a higher high here. Let's say you go to $1.96. And you just pyramid down orders on every Fibonacci, and you let it sit there, and you give it, I don't know, give it up to a month or something, and she does her little, and then spikes up and does that and fills your orders, and payday. That's the only way I've found to do these things. And it's cool when it happens. You just gotta, the bad thing is you gotta have it on an exchange, so you gotta do that. And then you got to make sure those orders stay there, because sometimes I clear out my orders, and sometimes it happens by accident. So those are the drawbacks. Well, that looks like, what is that? That looks weird. That looks almost alien sexual. Let's get that off of there. Anyway. But, I mean, the gains, look, 50%, 60%, 70%, 100%, 136%, 222%. If she just spikes up, however far she spikes up. Just my takes on it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what's she doing on the 4 hour and all that good stuff? We didn't look at the smallest. On the smaller time frames, I see the money flow coming up, and that's pretty good. She looks like she's trying to do something. To be honest with you, I would draw a trend line right over here. And she's getting close to where she's got to figure out if she's going to be on what side, which side of the line you're going to be on. And I am just kind of preemptively guessing she's going to want to be on this one, according to the moving averages. Like kind of suggest she might want to be over here and go to 77 cents. All right, guys, we'll go to the end screen. I appreciate you for hanging out with me. I will talk over there and go through the chat, finish that up. 18 people still hanging out. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Give you guys a round of applause. I would start looking for some bullish setups. They may not, it may be a little too early. It may be a little too early, but I would start looking at some of the altcoins that you like. And especially bring them to the stream, and I'll try my best to go over them. But we should start seeing a little bit more bullishness coming out of altcoins. Some of them it doesn't look like it, right? Some of them look like they're doing bear flags and going down. We'll see. We should know probably by tomorrow evening what things are going to look like. And they may try to pump us in. I don't know. What did they do last time? Did they drop us on last Friday? They may try to pump us up this one. I'm just kind of curious to see what they do for setting us up for the weekend. They're starting to try to trap us in the middle instead of trapping us on the weekends, I think. I don't know. They're working something. It's a neat little system. Still trying to figure out the little gameplay. But I do know that they will be starting to set us up for the weekend. Okay, so let's not fall into any of their traps. But we should see something. Start seeing something tomorrow, I believe. And I will be back again tomorrow, probably tomorrow night, and we'll do this all over again. Thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Caught in the glow, where the charts collide, dips fade away. I'm on this neon ride, sats in my veins, FOMO's electric spark, ooh yeah. Crypto's my pulse, bleeding through the dark, yeah. Gas feast, flicker, whales dance in the haze. I'm stacking dreams in this digital maze.
Chris knows.
Lights a moonlit flame, ooh, smooth. Bull runs my wave, I'm rewriting the game. Woo! Neon bull run lighting up the sky. Rising through the dark, I'm flying high. Yeah, yeah. Crypto's glow won't fade my soul. Ooh. Bull run shines, I found my goal. Woo! Neon bull run, 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 oh, oh. turn to light. I'm riding this gleam. Every crash I dodge, every win supreme. Crypto's my rhythm flowing through my sight. Bull runs my dawn, burning up the night. Neon bull run lighting up the sky.
Good night, John boy.